everyone and happy Monday. It is planner day and we have a really detailed page to do. Now I have to say I looked at this page and went and I don't know if any of you did as well. When I first did this page, I'm thinking Rooms of Wonder, I found it quite daunting and now it's even smaller. So yeah, but we're going to make a start and we're just going to work through it methodically and then hopefully make it a little bit easier to tackle. Where I've decided to start is on the actual shelves. I think they're a good place to start as any. And I'm going to grab a brown. Oh, I'm using Black Widows. I decided that Black Widows would be quite a good idea because they're we can sharpen them to a nice fine point. So I'm just looking for the colour that I want and I can't find it, of course. Not quite, I'm almost there. No. Tarantula Negro chocolate. I'm looking for dark chocolate. There it is. It's from the Scorpion set. Dark chocolate, and I'm going to do the shells, but it seems like a really dark colour, but we're going to do them lightly and we're going to keep it zoomed out for this just because the shelves are across a lot of the page. So I'm just going to put a light layer of brown across all the shelves. Yeah, it does look quite dark, but I'm going to put a lighter colour on top in a minute. Now I'm not really going to worry too much about light and shade on these because I feel like the edges of the shells would all be similarly lit. I mean, we do have here like what looks like fairy lights, but they don't have to be on. So anyway, just doing this bit first. There we go. Now I've got our next shelf down here, just exactly the same. Now I'm not really very sure about a background either. There is so much going on in the picture that we don't want anything, we certainly don't want any sort of detail-y background, not that I would do that anyway. But you know, we don't want like wallpaper or stripes or anything like that because it's just going to be a bit too much. I'm sorry if there's a bit of banging in the background. Well, our bathroom work is happening at the moment. The plumbers aren't here today, it's actually Saturday, recording the video. But my husband's up there doing a little bit of work. He's actually doing a bit of sanding in there because the room's going to need painting once they're done. And he wanted to do, they've stripped out the old shower. And some of the bits of wood, although they're not at all rotten in any way, they've got a little bit of black mould on them and he's just trying to rub it back. I don't know if you could see that very well. There we go. He's just trying to rub it back a little bit to make it a little, I'm going to use the leather. Oh, my pencil case hits the tripod. There's the leather. The leather is one of the skin tones actually. I'm going to just go back over all of it. So he's rubbing it down for me because I asked him to actually need to sharpen. Because although I tend to be the one that does the painting, although it's going to be tricky. But anyway, I find it very difficult rubbing down the ceiling ready to prep it because I'm not so tall. I have to stand directly underneath the bit that I'm rubbing, and then you're looking directly up. It's all just going in your eyes and mouth and nose and face. So it's not very nice. Now he's a lot taller than me. I'm 5'7", he's 6'1", and he can reach much more easily. So I asked him if he could do it because then he doesn't have to stand directly underneath the bit he's doing. So he's having a go at that, but I said could he rub down other bits as well. You know, we've got bits of peeling paint and it's just, you know, the room definitely needs a good freshen up, so that's okay. We're not obviously well, I say obviously we're not going to paint it until the chaps are finished, but it's coming along, but once they're done we'll have other things to sort out, like the floor hasn't, although they're going to lay a floor for us because some of it was rotten. They've done that already, actually just put some boarding down. We've got to get someone to sort of put a top floor on with whatever it is we decide to do, you know, but we haven't even had anyone in yet, so it'll take a while to get that sorted, but it's okay, we're not rushing the job, we just want it done. Also, these guys said they might not be able to fit us until November. Unfortunately, they have fitted us in earlier, so we couldn't really plan anything else until we knew whether they would be that early, so, you know. So I left it for a bit. But it's very interesting how the shower cubicle space looks enormous now. The shower tray and the tiles and all are gone. It's quite fascinating. Right, that is the only bit we're going to do in that sort of way. What we are going to do now is we'll kind of come in much closer and we are just going to work from item to item through the page. I think that is the best way to approach it. There we go. It could take some time, that's the only thing. So what's this? I have no clue. I'm assuming it's some sort of bottle. I don't really know. Let's colour it in bottle green. What have we got? Opal green is rather a good bottle green. Where is that? Is that it? No, that's opal. That's not opal green. Actually, I might just go for the venom. That might work. It's here near it. Behind my. There we go. So it's going to be sort of green bottle. Just sharpening up a little bit. My venom's quite small, isn't it? Oh, it's quite bright, but it'll be okay. So I'm going to try and fade it a bit towards the centre and just ignoring those little bits on it for now. I'm not colouring over them, I'm trying to colour around them as best I can. It's quite so fiddly. It's all going to be very fiddly. So we just do the best we can. Not get too worried about neatness, I don't think. There we go. Now I feel the lid should match. So I am going to try and look for that opal green or fang green. Where are you? That's the toxic green. It must be here somewhere. That's that one. Maybe it's here. Is it by the... Yeah, there it is. Right, opal green. This is a Cobra one. You can tell by the little Cobra on there. Again, needs sharpening. They all need sharpening today. Okay. See, should I have done that at the top of the bottle in the same colour as the glass? I think I should have done. So that I'm going to grab the venom again and do this bit. Just going to do it a little bit dark on each edge and a bit lighter in the middle. And the thing's hanging down. I've got this opal green again in my hand. I'm going to do them in that, just for simplicity's sake. Now we've got a little set of drawers. Do we do them just wood, or we could make them more exciting? But I think I'm going to go for wood. So I'm going to use the saddle from the dragon set. Doesn't show it very well in the camera. I'm going to use it all the same colour. Just working out where the edge is. But avoid these sort of stickers and things. We'll do them other colours. I feel like this page could take me like 2 weeks. Normally I have like 2, 3 or 4 videos for the planner. I feel like, yeah, as I say, this one could take a very long time. But anyway, I've had quite a busy morning already. Got up, did the ironing, went to the farmer's market, to the food shop. The boys will do the shopping. One of them will go with their dad and one of them will stay home and help me with the cleaning. They decided this week they would rather stay home and do the cleaning, and but I'm not sure how well that worked, because they both, one of them said it was unfair that the other one had done more than had done more than them, less than them. I mean, you know, it's tricky because one of them works slowly and one of them works really fast. So, you know, they do take different amounts of time. I'm going to do a bit more here where it's marked. They take different amounts of time to do the same job. So, you know, I said maybe you should just both keep going at it until it's all done. So if one of you chooses X, Y, Z job and you get them done, then you help the other one. But anyway, I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm going to do this sort of frame a little bit darker as well. But there wasn't a lot to do because we've got the workmen in and they've put like carpet protector. My son calls it carpet cling film. That sticks on the carpet to protect it. Then we can't really vacuum that. Actually, they vacuumed yesterday a little bit to get rid of some of their dust. Now this looks a bit rough and ready, and I see nothing wrong with that. There's a little antique cabinet, maybe. Right. Next, we've got these stickers. We've got a heart-shaped one at the top. So I'm thinking pinks. I quite like the idea of doing pinks. I don't want it too bright though. What should we go for? The hot pink. Maybe. What's the hot pink? It's a Monarch. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's called hot pink, but it's actually more pastel-y than some of the pinks. Again, it needs a sharpen. I think my sharpener is getting a bit full. So here we go, hot pink, Monarch. And I think we'll do all the stickers the same colour. As I said with the bottle, it keeps it simpler and quicker. Now that one's got a heart drawn on it, so you might want to do it a different colour to the heart. I'm not going to do that. Now I quite fancy doing this little box. Well, I should really move across. I guess we need a colour for the coins. We want, I'm going to grab the stink bug, I think. Where is the stink bug? Is it that one? No. I'm just seeing where it is on my swatch chart, which is in the order of my pencil case. Sorry, it takes me a little while. Stink bug. And I'm going to do the coins. So I'm going to use this as if it was just a gold colour, because it's easier than trying to make gold in such a teeny tiny area. And basically I want to leave a little white gap in the centre of each coin to look like they've got some shine. And that's all I'm going to do. It's going to be quite simple really, like that. And then we want a lid and I think I'll do the sort of grey glass first. I think the gunmetal is a really good colour for this. This is again from the Monarch set, and so I'm going to just put some on the edge and fade it towards the middle. I'm not going to put it over the coins. You could, because obviously it would be over the coins, but I think it looks better like that. It's just my personal opinion. I'm just going to find a red. Oops, I think just moving my pencil case a little. I quite fancy a red lid on my jar, so I can use the ladybug. That's from the Black Widow set. I was going to have the blind open, but just as I sat down to record, the sun came out, of course. It's a strange weather today. It's supposed to be sort of sunny and warm. No, cloudy first thing, then getting sunnier later, but it was sunny on and off when I was out. Gold dust. Yeah, I'm going to use this gold dust next from the dragon set. Sorry to put it down there. For the squiff. For this sort of teddy bear, Now I can't work out what this is meant to be because it's got this very square body. Whether it's supposed to be a little storage container in the shape of a teddy bear or something like that, I don't know. But I'm going to just colour the head and the inside of the body with this. Just that bit, I think I'll have to colour in that bit as well. Like that. And then colour the rest in a slightly darker colour. Where should we go? We could go for brown, maybe the light bronze. There's the light bronze. It looks a little bit greeny, but I think it'll be okay. And inside the ears as well. There we go. Okay, now we have this box. Now I had said I was thinking about doing a sort of lilac-y purpley colour for that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm thinking, yeah, the grey slate is quite a good colour. It's quite pale. This is a Monarch. I think it goes well with the pink on the hearts. That's what I was thinking. Just having a look at the time. See if it's lunchtime yet, but it's not. Oh, I was thinking about a stomach. A bit of shadow under the lid. And then that little bit around the sort of labelly bit, I'm going to do in a darker purple. What should I use? I think I'll use this one. This is the eggplant. I'll just give it a sharpen. Not sharpening up very well. Oops. That wasn't very clever. Sorry, I just nudged everything because I was trying to brush the dust off my desk. There we go. So I've got my hand brush out. Eggplant. Monarch. We're using a lot of Monarch, aren't we? Interestingly. Quite difficult to stay in the lines, but that's the best I can do. Now we have a little pile of things here that look like presents or something. And I think to keep this simple, I'm going to do just two different colours for these. So I'm going to grab the ocean from the Monarch set. Again, I just randomly grabbed a blue and that was the one that was there. So ocean, and I'm going to start with the bottom stripe of this one. Why the bottom, you ask? I've no idea. And then the top one, and then we'll do every other one here. And then the dots. Now I was going to go darker with the next colour, but now I'm thinking maybe I should go lighter. Do we have a lighter tone or match? Not really. Maybe I do need to go darker. I'm going to go storm blue. This is again a Monarch. I'm just picking out the Monarchs. They must have the best colours in. Thing with the Monarchs is it does lack colours. Because the black widows are meant to be built up on each other, so you wouldn't get a white or a black with them in the Monarch set. So you couldn't necessarily use it as a standalone set. You probably could. I usually do. Manage to use sets on their own. There we go. Right. Next, we've got this rather large bottle with lots of circles in. Now, let's have a go at the cork. I'm going to use a colour I've used before to keep it a bit simpler. So I'm going to use the saddle. The circles inside, they could be sweets, candies, they could be, I'm going to use a bit of the dark chocolate on the cork as well. There could be little balls, you know, this little bouncy balls. Could be anything really. But I think if I do them all the same colour, although it might look a little bit boring, it will help to keep things a little bit simpler. But what colour? I'm really tempted to do them red. I've got this ladybug next to me from doing that, so I'm going to use the ladybug, and I'm just going to colour them all in. Colour them singly, I think, because they will then look like single items. If you colour them all as one block, they'll look like it will show. You'll see that you coloured it all as one block. So it's better to try not to do that. So we just do them all like that. Then we'll get our grey that we've been using, that we used for the glass before, the gunmetal, and do the same as we did for the other jar. So firstly across here, now, and then down here, and across, and down this side, and across, leaving a white bit in the middle, like that. Okay, we've got a plant in a pot here. I am going to use the, I'm going to use the venom plant used for the bottle. Actually no, I use the opal green, the darker one, because we use quite a lot of venom there. I'm hoping it won't look like I've used the same colour, which sounds a bit silly. I want it to sort of meld together so it doesn't stand out as being a really different colour, but on the other hand not look like I am matching it too closely. I don't know if I'm making any sense at all. Maybe I don't even know what I mean. But anyway, we'll do the plant. Now you can't do anything with this, it's so tiny. I'm struggling just to colour in the lines and make it look reasonably neat. There we go. Now the plant pot, I was thinking I quite like a terracotta colour. The rattlesnake is a sort of terracotta colour, I always think. This is a Cobra pencil. And we've got a very interesting shaped pot, but I'm going to slightly ignore the fact that it's got this pattern on and just try to make it more intensely coloured on the edge and a bit less to the middle to give it a little bit of shape. I don't know whether it'll work. I'll try a little bit more. Yeah, not bad. Okay. Now we've got these books. Now I always think they look like old ornate books. So I always think they look rather nice in dark colours, like dark blues, reds, dark browns, dark greens, you know, that sort of thing. That's how I think of old books anyway. It might not be what they actually look like. Oh dear, I am setting you off yawning. So I'm going to start with the eggplant and do a book, do this one. Now the lazy way of doing it, which is what I am approaching today, how I'm approaching it today, is to do a light layer like this and then fill in the details with a few more layers. And then you've got your book. And we'll do the next one in the dark. Can I procrastinate anymore? We use the dark chocolate. Brown. I'm thinking, I guess I'm sort of thinking about the old Reader's Digest books we used to have at home. I don't know if anybody else did. And they would be hardback, usually red actually, with all the ones the encyclopedic dictionaries that we had, they were brilliant, were red. And they had gold writing now on. And those dictionaries were great. I used to use them to solve for crosswords, because they were a bit more than just a normal dictionary, and they had people's names and sort of famous people or whatever it might be in there, so it's always good. Green, but the venom green. looking at the candle, thinking about what to do with that while I'm colouring this. Someone is making so much noise outside, but I cannot see who it is, and it's very frustrating because I want to know what's going on because I am so nosy and I can't see. It's just lots of bangs and things. I don't know what it is. Not like scary bangs, just metal banging. It's like someone's banging metal, dropping metal pieces or something. Right, I've turned to the front of my pencil case because I want an orange for that flame, a sort of yellowy orange. I'm just looking at, sorry, while I wipe my nose, at what the yellowy oranges are. I think the sunset is a good one. That's what I'm grabbing. Now, often with a candle flame, I wouldn't do it just one colour, but being as it's little, that's what I'm going to do. And our candle, I'm going to do it in pink. Why not? Back up our hot pink again. Now, I'm thinking that it's in a see-through glass jar. That's the way it looks to me. So I've got my gunmetal again, and I'm going to colour this glass in just with a little bit of grey. There we go. Let's move along our shelf a little bit. So here we've got what looks like maybe a perfume bottle or something. I am going to do a new colour here because we've done a lot of samey things. I'm thinking maybe a more of a dark pink. So this is ruby rose. So it's more of a purpley pink, I guess. I'm going to do the whole thing in this colour. I'm going to start off lightly and then just sort of make it as I go along. I think I will do it darker here. A bit lighter in the middle. It could be that there's a car sales garage at the end of our road, and I've heard, my neighbour told me it's going to become a second-hand furniture shop, so they might be doing some work there. Now I could do this pot terracotta again. I think I will. What did I use? Rattlesnake, wasn't it? Where are you? There you are. So rattlesnake. I just want some things to stay consistent, if you know what I mean. Looking at this picture, wow, there's a lot of detail in that, isn't there? So I'm trying to make it a bit less towards the centre. Try and make it look a bit rounder. Don't want white, but just a lighter area. Now I'm going to use a different green for this plant because we've used both of our greens quite a bit that we've popped out, that we had out. So let's try something a little bit different. The sapphire would be nice. And that sort of area. That's a toxic green. Oh, that'll do. Similar enough. Toxic green from the Black Widow set. So this is the original sort of spider set. I often call them. They're just called Black Widow, which of course is the brand name of the pencils. I am getting very dry. I need a drink. Yes, thinking about the painting. I see all these little tiny details on it. And what I'm thinking is, can I get away with doing it all one colour? Like I did with the books. Just one colour and then a few darker bits. That's exactly what I am going to do, I think. But we'll do it in a blue. Which got this rather nice blue that we used somewhere. The ocean. Oh, we used it here. We can use it here. So I'm going to go over it lightly. Oops, out of the lines. There missed that bit. Then I'm thinking I want this bit coloured in more. So if I do that bit first, then that will get me started, and then I can do this bit and this bit. Now you don't have to do each bit with the same pressure, so or the same amount of layers. So you could do some in the even darker blue and some slightly lighter, but still 2 layers. I'm finding it too fiddly, actually, to be fair, to do anything like that. I'm just filling it out. So I'm looking forward to some more gymnastics this afternoon, and it's probably all finished pretty well. It would have done, I would think. I don't know when it finishes actually, but yeah, more gymnastics, which is fun. I don't know if we've got any chance of Brits doing well in that one. I'm going to grab the darker blue that we were using, the storm blue, and do a really dark solid layer on this little line. Like that. And then to the frame I'm going to do a lighter version of this, so I'm just going to not press so hard. There we go. You could do this frame silver gold, anything metallic would work, but I just decided to keep it simple. Here we have a little cat. It's very cute, isn't it? I'm going to grab my stink bug to do the cat, I think. If it looks a bit light, I might put another grey on, but it might be okay. Grey? No, brown. There we go. Now I think we should just do these 2 pieces stuck on the wall. Now someone stuck these on the wall, so obviously thought they were fabulous. What colour should we do? I think I'm going to grab this pink, the hot pink, and do the background. I'm going to try and do it lightly. I just bought a little doll. It's out of camera shot. And then ruby rose I'm going to use for the circles. It's going to go over the top of what's there. Not too hard. You can make this all as multicoloured as you like. I just find having lots and lots of things all coloured different colours quite tricky. I'm actually doing Pika's room in Ivy and the Inky Butterfly at the moment, and oh my, not sure why I decided to take it on, but you know, we've got like could be a rainbow here, and I'm thinking we've probably got enough colours out to do it. So let's have a go. Start with the ladybug. I think there's a red at the bottom, which is now. Then orangey colour. Oh, we've got the sunset, haven't we? The sunset. Now if you don't have the black widows, I do have some gold dust. I have some gold dust. No, I don't. I have some comparison swatch charts that you can have a look at. I'm going to use the light bronze next, because we've got too many. Have we blue, green? No, green, blue. No, we haven't. I need a green. Venom, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm doing Pika's room, the double page with all the clutter of stuff. Yeah, it's a bit of a challenge, I have to say. Ocean. Yeah, I'm sure some people find those pages really, really good. but for me a bit scary. Storm blue, bright indigo. We need a violet. I'm thinking maybe the ruby rose, rather than going for a purpley colour. Thinking it just finishes it off nicer. There we go. Now top and bottom of our paper, I've gone out of the line, so I'm just going to try and erase that. Because I'm not doing a background, I don't really want to leave it white. So I'm going to grab the black. So I've got a midnight here. And I'm just going to gently put a little in. I don't want to make it really, really, really black, you know, sort of completely solid. Just a bit so that the paper stands out from the background and the rainbow stands out off the paper. I think that is plenty. Okay, I'm going to do these fairy lights next, so I shall come out a little. Now each has a tiny bit that connects it to the cable, and then it's got the actual light, so it's quite interesting. I'm going to grab the gold dust to do these circles, the lights, first of all. I'll go right down here, hang on. Oh, there we go, I think you can see now. I'm just going to colour them in. Now just because they're this colour doesn't mean they're necessarily on. It just means they're, you know, the glass could be painted this colour. I remember doing some glass painting once. Glass painted light bulbs and thought they would create different colours in the room. Some were more effective than others, depending what colours you used. I did it with my sister and I seem to remember we gave some away. But you can't just paint any old light bulb, I don't think. You have to, or you can't just use any old paint. I think you had to be really careful as to what we were using, but I can't really remember. I just remember us having to use some special stuff. I don't know if it's because light bulbs used to get hot, but nowadays they don't. And nowadays we have the tiny little bulbs you probably couldn't do the same sort of thing with. That was a fun little project. I remember drying them because the paint was wet. How do you dry them when you've painted something like that? So what I did was I tied string around the top bit, you know, the metal bit, and hung it on a washing line with some newspaper underneath in case it did drip. I'm feeling some of them did. But anyway, it feels like a lifetime ago. Before husband, before children. There was a really small bit of time when I wasn't living with my parents and I was living with my sister. It was probably a year, maybe. I'm trying to think. So when I left uni, didn't move out right away. We moved out in the Christmas. So the December, and then we moved again. We rented for 6 months and then we bought a place, I think. I'm not sure. We're going to do the little door. I'm going to grab the leather and start the wood. I probably should have done the shelf. I'm just going to do the shelf the same colour as the door. Partly through laziness and partly because the door's supposed to be hidden, you're supposed to find them. I've coloured over the door handle quite well too. Going to use this gold dust to do the light inside the window. I wonder if there'll be things hidden in Johanna's new book. Be interesting to see. Right, dark chocolate. I'm going to use this around the window. If I can. It's very, very fiddly. That's why I chose these pencils though. And I'm going to put a bit on the shelf just so that it's a different colour to the door. Handle. What we're going to do with handle? Where's that bronzy colour gone? Here it is. Light bronze. Do on the handle. And I need to do the things around the door. I'm thinking, are they gemstones? Are they leaves? Are they just a decoration that should be wood? I don't know. Oh, I think I'm going to do them in green. Excuse me yawning again. Let's use the opal. This is opal green. There is an opal colour. We're not using that. Yeah, I thought I would sleep better last night because it was cool, and I still ended up waking up at 5 o'clock feeling way too hot, which was a bit annoying. But I do feel a bit more rested. It's so tricky with this hot weather. But let's say it's a bit cooler today. Which is good. Right, I think I am going to leave that for now. We've done quite a lot of little bits and pieces. As I say, it could be a week-long video. There is so much to do in this page. I might actually have more so you can see it all. There we go. So that is what we've done so far. I feel like we've done a lot when looking at it. We've done hardly any, but we've made some progress, and that's good. And I've had fun, which I wasn't sure if I would, because, you know, detail page. But what I think I'll do is when I go onto the next shelf, I will put away these colours and I'll start getting out some more and maybe make these similar colours like I did up here. I think it'll work, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, just noticed something I haven't coloured. I'm going to do it quick. The sellotape here, I'm going to do it in leather. I'm just going to do it really lightly, so you can see that it's tape. There we go. I always forget something. And I haven't done the little bits of connectors on the light bulbs either. I was going to do those in silver, but I don't think the gunmetal is going to be dark enough. Let's try the medium grey. There it is. Sorry, you thought I was going. Everyone who switched off and thought she's done. They've missed this bit, so you can't see. It's so tiddly. So it almost looks like, this probably sounds really weird, that it's a string of tomatoes, like, and this is the green bit. I'm thinking of those round tomato ketchup bottles you get. They have a little plastic green bit of leaf on, I think. It feels like that. We don't really get them here in the UK very much. I've seen them in America, on American TV shows. I remember wanting one as a kid. My mum's like, what are you on about? Silly child. So it doesn't really go very well with the orangey yellow colour, but never mind. Maybe I should have done them like tomatoes. If you haven't coloured along and you're going to colour along in the future, do them like tomatoes. I dare you. Why not? Why wouldn't you have a string of tomatoes hanging on your wall? God, she's finally gone. Completely manically mad. There we go. I'm going to go now before I say anything else really stupid. Have a lovely day. Thank you so much for watching, and happy colouring.